Hey everyone, it is Dr. Kyle at Chiropractic First of Rockford here, and I have a thought of the week for you. And it's in relation to an instrument that, if you're a client here at our clinic, or if you're a client at many chiropractors across the country, it's a tool you're probably familiar with that's integrated in your care. But I think let's take a few minutes and just discuss and remind what the benefits are, why it's being used, and how it actually makes your adjustment more effective. And that's the Arthrostim instrument. Now, we oftentimes call this the woodpecker. There's a couple different fun names based on the age we're working with or things, but it's the instrument that vibrates quickly on your spine during an adjustment. So why does your doctor use the Arthrostim when you're being adjusted? The reality is there's actually a couple benefits, depending on the setting and the location and the attachment that's being used. Let's start with the speeds that we use. Now there's 4 different speeds on an Arthrostim, but really in our clinic we utilize 2 of those speeds. We're going to call that the fast speed and the low speed. The fast speed is a much quicker vibration, a higher frequency, and more of a, I'll say, surface level type of impact. It does wonders at softening muscles, promoting blood flow, as well as breaking up scar tissue. And this is used in certain areas that are really specific for making your adjustment more effective and stabilizing and helping it after the adjustment. So oftentimes we'll use the higher speed after the adjustment's been done in order to give that benefit. Now the slower speed, that's a more forceful movement. The speed is slower, but the actual movement of the machine is more impactful. So this is used to open up the joint. So specifically this is done on joints around the spine. And it helps to, almost like a second adjustment after your manual adjustment, again, open up that space in order to promote both fluid and nutrients flowing into the discs if it's on your spine, as well as taking compression or decompressing that specific joint. In fact, if you go on YouTube and you look up Arthrostim, there's actually a really good video that was put out by the company years ago, and it's a motion x-ray, and it shows the impact that the Arthrostim instrument has on the neck while it's being used, and you can clearly see the joint moving with the instrument. So while your manual adjustment with your chiropractor is maybe the bigger, more impactful movement when it comes to removing subluxation, the Arthrostim is a very vital tool for increasing the effectiveness after the adjustment of the way your muscles and your body's responding, as well as getting an additional, maybe softer adjustment afterwards to continue to take pressure off after the manual adjustment. So those are the benefits of the speeds. I also want to take a moment and say that we use different attachments or different heads on the Arthrostim as well. Most of the time we use a multi-prong that allows us to contact both sides of the joint or both sides of the bone, depending on what we're focusing in on. But if you're certain clients, based on their condition or where the subluxation is, will use a single prong, which is a much more specific, in order to rotate a bone or push it in a certain position in order to take pressure off the nerve. Sometimes we'll also use a softer attachment, a more broad attachment that lessens the force, in which case that's done primarily for things like muscle or soft tissue injury. So depending on your specific needs, where your subluxations are, your health history, your doctor is using that Arthrostim for both very local or specific conditions, but also using it as a way to enhance the effectiveness of the adjustment that you're receiving. So next time you're in the office and you hear the Arthrostim, the click of the Arthrostim, that vibration, for many people it's the favorite part of the adjustment, they tell us. Or if you hear us talking to a child and calling it a woodpecker or a jackhammer or something fun like that, just know that there's a lot of science behind the Arthrostim instrument, why it's being used, and why your doctor has chosen to integrate it into your care. Have a great day.